This is why you suck balls at trading, man. This is why you suck. I'm just kidding. I'm not coming like that today. But realistically, this could be why you suck, or at least a couple of these reasons. I'm not going to pretend, like I'm some sort of guru or teacher. I just want to simply talk about the 5 things that have sort of helped me in the past. I still have a ways to go when it comes to trading. I'm nowhere near where I want to be yet. But these 5 things have sort of helped me, and I'm sure that you can take some bits and pieces from this video, and some of these things may be able to help you too. So we're just going to start off real quick with thing number 1, numero uno, which is strategy hopping. And if you already do have a strategy, you can just skip a little bit into this video and the other things may apply to you more. But for me personally, before I had a strategy, the one thing that really screwed me was strategy hopping. I would try to learn supply and demand for a month, and then I would try to learn trend lines for a month, and then I went to ICT. And once I found ICT, I realized that ICT was for me. This really resonated with me. This really resonated with my personality. So I decided to go all in on ICT. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. Rather than going all in on a strategy they like, they'll continue to strategy hop. And they'll strategy hop for months and months and months. And the problem with that is, trading one strategy for a month does not give you enough time to really nail that strategy down. You're not going to be profitable if you're trying a new strategy every single month. Yeah, it is important to experiment with some new strategies, but once you find something you like, I recommend you go all in with that strategy and forget about everything else for the time being. Give it at least 3, 4, 5 months. I know people that find a strategy they like, but they continue trying to trade these other concepts, and because of it, they can't really nail down this one strategy. So for me personally, I'm more of an impatient trader, which is why ICT and trading the lower time frames really appealed to me. So I like to know if I'm right or wrong in the first couple minutes being in a trade, and I like to just close my computer at 11 a.m. Once the beginning of New York session is done, I like to forget about it, close my computer, and enjoy the rest of the day. That is why, trading the 15-minute or the 1 hour just didn't really resonate with me, because I hated being in these positions and constantly checking my phone throughout the day. So, the first piece of advice would be find a strategy you like and then go all in with that one strategy. Stop strategy hopping. Numero dos, reason number 2, you overtrade. You just start smacking that button like crazy. You start taking any sort of setup you see and you just get smoked, and you keep trading and you keep revenge trading, trying to make back the profits you lost, and you blow your account, you blow your challenge, and then you start crying, and then you crack open a beer. Okay, I'm getting off topic, but really, you just trade too much, man. You need to focus on one beautiful setup a day. Less is more when it comes to trading, and that's when I noticed my biggest improvement is when I stopped taking any mediocre setup I saw and just really started focusing on those A plus setups. Not only is it a great way to preserve your mental capital, but it's just a great way to increase your win percentage and your confidence in general. I know that back in the day when I was taking way more setups, a lot of the time I would hop in plays that I convinced myself look way better than they actually did. And a lot of the time I would start off my day with a loss right off the bat, which is just never, never good. So rather than rushing into the market, just know that if you do wait and you do exercise your patience, a lot of the time your setup will come. So there's really no reason to rush into the market, man. And for me, it's funny how it works, because whenever I did take a setup in the past that I was very uncertain about, it would always seem that I would take a big loss on that mediocre setup, and then 5 or 10 minutes later, that A plus setup would present itself and I wouldn't get in it because I took a loss for the day. So number 2 is focus on one beautiful setup a day, because 90% of the time, it depends what strategy you're taking, but for me at least 80-90% of the time, that setup will come at least once a day. So that's it. Trade less and learn to sit on your hands. Less is more. Number 3, Stop trading alone. Try to find a group to trade with. Try to find a buddy to trade with. It does not matter. Listen, trading is hard, but what makes it even harder is trying to accomplish your goals alone. Surround yourself with people who are doing better than you when it comes to trading. Surround yourself with people who have already reached your goals. Those people will motivate you. Those people will help you realize that it really is possible to make it in something like trading. Not only that, but a lot of these people are very friendly and they're willing to help out. They're willing to give you bits and pieces of information that could help fast track your journey. So that's what I did. In the beginning, I started joining Discords. I started chatting to people who were doing better than I was. I started asking people for advice. And let me tell you, it helps. It helps a lot. It helps fast track this journey. And lucky for me, later on in life, my brother started trading. So later on in my trading journey, my brother started gaining a little bit of an interest. So about 9 months ago, he started asking me for advice in day trading. And it was great because not only did I help him learn, not only did I fast track his trading journey, but I feel like teaching him also helped me learn a couple things. Now it's great because we trade together. Every single day we hop on calls, we take a look at setups, and the most important thing is we help keep each other accountable. Rather than trading in silence, rather than trading alone by myself, now I trade with him, and that helps keep me accountable. I explain to him, a shitty setup I took, and he gives me crap. He shows me a shitty setup that he takes, and I give him shit. So it's great to be able to be going through this journey with someone else, man. Let me tell you, finding someone to trade with or finding a group that really resonates with you will help fast track you, and it will motivate you. It'll motivate you like crazy. So that's piece of advice number 3 is find someone to trade with or find a group to trade with. I promise it will help. Number 4, you don't want to back test, you lazy bum. Oh, but I worked. I had a long shift at work. I don't want to hop on the charts for an hour. Come on, man. Who are we kidding? You need the screen time. You need the screen time. It's the boring shit like back testing that's going to set you up for success in the future. No one wants to do the boring shit, but trust me, the boring shit is some of the most important shit. So hop on FX Replay, hop on TradingView, I don't care what it is, and get that screen time in, get that back testing in. And trust me, you'll notice a huge improvement in your trading, and you'll notice a huge boost in confidence when it comes to trading live, because when you do see these setups happen live, you will have back tested these setups hundreds and hundreds of times. So it'll give you that extra boost of confidence you need once you do start trading the live market. So back test, back test, back test. Number 5, forget about that end goal when it comes to your daily trading. Don't constantly harp on that end goal because it'll start to drive you crazy after a while. I know that when I first started trading, every day before I hopped on the computer, I would have that end goal in the back of my mind. Oh, I want to be making whatever it is, 15 or 20K a month. And because I was constantly thinking about that end goal, I put so much pressure on myself. And whenever I had a red day, it stung that much more because it felt like I was taking a step further and further away from my end goal. It felt like the light in the tunnel was getting further and further away. So rather than constantly thinking about that end goal, I instead broke it up into smaller goals. So I'm no longer thinking every day, oh, I want to make 20K a month. Instead, I'm thinking, I want to only take A plus setups this week, and I want to focus on having a green month. And it just makes everything feel so much more manageable. It takes the pressure off you. And in the end, those small wins are going to help you eventually achieve that end goal. And I've made this comparison before. It's like being a little bit overweight and going to the gym because you want a six pack. After your first workout, you're not going to go, where's this six pack? You're not thinking about that six pack. You're not focused on that six pack every time you go to the gym to work out. Instead, what you focus on is losing a couple pounds at a time. So it becomes a lot more manageable that way. You're not going, oh, where's the six pack? Where's the six pack? Yeah, in the back of your mind, you know that's the end goal, but your main focus is on how many pounds you're losing a week. wow, I lost 2 pounds this week. I'm a lot closer to getting that 6 pack. Next week, oh, I lost another pound. That's great. I'm getting closer to the goal. It feels a lot more manageable when you focus on those smaller goals and just try to forget about that end goal for a little bit. Eventually, that end goal will come if you do keep stacking up these smaller wins. And that is it. That is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, like I said in the beginning, I still have so far to go. I am still nowhere near where I want to be as a trader. But again, these 5 things have helped me in the past. And if they can help you, even if it's just one of these things, that is great.